Okay, let's see if that did it.
Better?
It's the magic of turning it off and on again.
It'll do it every time. We are IT official. I love it. That's what they always say to do. Off and then on. Cool. How's your first week been?
It's been really good.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I left when I needed to, which sounds like a weird thing, but is like kind of a big deal. Um, I showed up when I needed to,
Hmm.
because that would be one of the things of like needing permission. Is it okay for me to leave and that kind of stuff?
Oh, I love that. Perfect.
Yeah. So, and then when I didn't have, when nobody like assigned me anything, I just thought, well, I'm in charge of myself. What do I need to know? I'll go learn about some of that. And even today, I had asked for an intro meeting with a lawyer that does work for this company. And about an hour before that, the CEO was like, hey, can you come to this other meeting? And so I thought, okay, there's plenty of time. About 20 minutes in, I was like, you know what? I think this is more important. So I said, hey, you remember I was going to do that thing? You want me to just move it? And he goes, yeah. And I didn't worry about it because they work for me. So
Oh, I love
I
that.
just said, I mean, I apologized. I'm not a jerk about it, but I
Oh,
was
of
like, hey, I'm
course.
sorry for the late notice, but I've got something. Can we move this to Monday? And either they will or they won't. I mean,
Yes. I mean, what is the option? No, that's great. I'm glad you're putting yourself first,
yeah.
in charge. That's great. Have you been listening to your recording?
Yes. I'm listening to the long one when I go to sleep and then the short one when I wake up in the morning.
Yeah? And what do you think of it? Any feedback?
I fall asleep every time.
Perfect. That's good
Yeah.
to hear. Good to hear.
And I actually, I don't know if I would say discovered or remembered a version of that I need permission, like this is for other people kind of belief, which is one version of it was, well, you're the smart one, so you don't have to be the pretty one or the athletic one because,
Mm,
like on the theory that you only get one. So I thought I was done with that, but maybe that's coming back around just to check. And then but the real kicker is, um, my parents were like, oh, other people start businesses and get wealthy.
mm,
That's an other people thing. It happens, but it happens to other people.
yeah,
And so part of my, you know, teenager rebellion against them is I come from a long line of entrepreneurs. And so if it skipped their generation, then, you know, but I do think I would like to get that out of the way before I sabotage anything because there's a lot of good stuff about to happen.
yeah,
And I want to stay out of the way,
yeah.
you know?
That's great. So your parents said, other people are the entrepreneurs.
Yeah. Well, other people are rich.
Other people are rich, other people are
Mhm.
entrepreneurs. Yeah. And
Other people are skinny. Other people are healthy.
people are, okay. So a big part of our brain, probably 75% of the words we say to ourselves, our inner thoughts, come from what we call like your inner parent. So
Hmm.
if that's what your inner parent learned and that's what your inner parent has said to you, of course your behaviors are going to reinforce those beliefs.
Hmm.
We can definitely get to those beliefs and make sure
Yeah.
they're not.
Because there have been two times in my life when I was almost at $1 million of net worth,
Hmm.
and something happened both times to
Yeah,
knock me down.
yeah,
And I think, well, I can literally just point to a set of circumstances, but um, it's an interesting coincidence. Like, I remember the day I saw $997,000
hmm.
and never, never, never quite got there.
Quite got there. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, that's interesting. Um, just finish the sentence for me. First word that comes to your mind. I believe rich people are.
Evil.
Okay. So your brain won't let you become something that you resent. So,
Yeah. And it's funny, there were two words at the same time.
hmm,
One was evil. Evil was hiding under the word naughty.
yeah. Evil and naughty. That's great. I mean, not great for you, obviously, but great that you're aware of it, you know?
Great to know that that's something we can shift.
That's, yeah, because, it is true. Your mind literally won't let you become what you resent. So if we can clear the
Mhm.
block of like resenting rich people, then you don't have that anymore, you know?
Yeah. And my logical brain, like, I know that that's not true. Like, I've known assholes at every income level, and
Yeah,
I've known wonderful people at every income
of
level.
course. Of course.
And, you know,
Of course. So that is
and
the
happy and unhappy people, you know?
exact, and yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that is like the perfect territory for a parts therapy session, which was already what we're going to do today. But we had also talked about that part of you that, you know, believes invisibility is safe. So would you rather work on that or
Oh, the money stuff.
the money
Yeah.
stuff today?
Because
Okay.
that is the reason that it's not safe to be visible.
Sure. Okay. Sure. Great. Okay. Rich people are evil and naughty. Let's break into that then. Two times. Okay. All right. Let me readjust really quick. Perfect. And so I believe, yeah, yeah. Okay. Tell me more about how that's held you back a little bit. So you've got the two times where you were almost at a million.
Hmm.
Does that anything else come up for you?
Um, there, one of the, well, let me think. Both times someone took it away from me.
Mm-hmm.
So the first time was I got divorced, and my ex-husband, who fought me on every dollar I ever invested, suddenly became very enamored with my retirement accounts. You
Mm-hmm.
know, where he had argued every time I quit telling him what I was saving and investing because he would argue with me that we needed that money now, you know. And he was so convinced I was trying to steal from him and rip him off that he was running around telling people that I was cheating him.
Mm-hmm.
And not only was I not cheating him, when he got the money, he actually texted me and said, I had no idea it was this much. Like that was his half, you know?
Yeah.
And so it just felt like it was the cost of my integrity. So I wasn't willing to compromise that. So I don't think I have any issue with that, but it just seemed like there he was. He was, he was not that I know of, he was not a physical cheater. He was a financial cheater. He was
Mm-hmm.
financially, um, there was financial betrayal in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he said terrible things about me. I I probably spent another $250,000 on autism therapies for my stepsons, and when I suggested that I get credit for that in the estate division,
Mm-hmm.
then everybody acted like, yeah, I mean, my lawyer was just like, well, you're probably not going to get that. But everybody else was like, how can you ask for that? Well, you shouldn't have spent that money in the first place. Oh, really? I was just supposed to let my stepchildren suffer, you know? So it was like the the scenario appeared to be when you're good, you get screwed.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And then the other time it happened, I had a pretty good job. I worked with people that I like I can't say that I loved working there, but it was good, solid work. And my division got acquired. And the new people made this big deal out of recruiting me as part of the leadership team and gave me a signing bonus and all this stuff. And my boss back at the original place was like, you don't have to do that. I have a spot for you. You'll have to become an environmental lawyer, but you can work from home. You can like all these things that I think I got like greedy's not exactly the right word, but I got sort of um caught up in the what's the word? I got caught up in the story, like in the, oh, I'm being recruited, I'm part of the deal team, blah, blah. I got kind of got up in the romance of it, maybe.
Hmm.
I guess both times it was a romance, but anyway. And then 3 weeks in, my boss flew in, walked into my office, said, today's your last day. They
Mm.
wouldn't let me touch my computer,
Okay.
and they walked me out.
Jeez.
And he didn't even do it. He came in, sat down, said that to me, and then said, I'm going to leave you with the HR manager. He didn't even know her name. And he got up and ran away. And I recognized it as him running away because I don't think he wanted to do that. I think he was saving his own skin
Yeah.
for other reasons that don't really matter. It was
Sure.
internal politics thing. And um, that was November of 2019. I had just come up with a plan to very gradually and methodically, 5-year plan to have a successful business. Now,
Yeah.
you might have noticed the timing was 5 years ago because I launched the business it was going to be straight up coaching. I was going to coach lawyers.
Yeah.
Um, Launched the business in January of 2020, and then you know how that turned out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm not blaming the pandemic for it. It was that instead of having this nice, steady job where I could build my business alongside it and sort of gradually transition over,
Hmm.
I had the rug pulled out from under me and then I had just built my way back up to, I think I was at 796 when I got laid off.
Yeah.
And um, just like lived off that money during the pandemic until I got the job at Target that I just left.
Yeah. Sure. Wow. Okay.
So
Yeah. And it is totally like you said, there is something to say about circumstances, but those internal blocks that get us in those situations definitely
yeah,
can lead to these kind of things too, you know?
yeah. The
So,
common factor, the circumstances were the circumstances, but the common denominator was me.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
you
sure.
know,
I mean, yeah, and it's happened to everyone, and um, I'm excited. I'm excited to help you work through that today.
thank you. But I also think there were a couple of times where I left someplace and people were like, I just found out, like after I left, they were like, I just found out how badly you were treated,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a professional thing. It was like at one place, I didn't know somebody was sabotaging my career.
Yeah,
And so I basically had to leave I was never going to get promoted there.
right.
And then similar thing with the company I just left. Like I walked away from a lot of, long-term stock options and stuff because I recognized the signs and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to stay here for 5 years and hope it gets better and just hope that they love me one day. And I'm
Yeah,
just not going to do it this time. And so
yeah,
when something came up, I was like, on paper, this doesn't make sense, but in terms of the person I want to be, this is exactly right.
that's great. You're really on such a amazing path. Like, I'm really excited for you. Um, so when you think about, let's just pull first the divorce situation. Like, how did
Mhm.
you feel during all of that after he didn't realize your net worth was that much? Like, how did you feel?
I was just, I was raging. I
Right.
won't even say I was angry. It was rage because I felt like I had done it in spite of him.
Mm-hmm.
So he got all the benefit of kicking back and being the naysayer and being the person who didn't want to take the risk or the responsibility. But then he got all of the benefit, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And he was, shall we say, underemployed the whole
Sure.
time we were married.
Yeah. Sure. So you felt rage because you believed you were,
Entitled to it because I built it.
yeah. Okay, good.
I was gonna say I worked for it, but that isn't even the right word. Like, if I wanted to just work hard for money, I could do that a lot of different ways, you know?
Hmm.
But I built it,
Yeah.
which is different.
In spite of him and his
Yeah.
ambition.
And then there was another piece of it where what he built, which was his military, he is a Navy reservist, his military retirement, which in essence I built because I funded when he needed extra equipment. I stayed home. I stayed, I didn't stay home, but like I kept things going. His kids, my stepsons, lived with me when he deployed to Afghanistan because their mom was such a piece of nonsense, you
Right.
know.
Right.
Like I bought the plane tickets to let him drill in California when he needed to do that for a year because he didn't have a billet in driving distance, you know.
Yeah.
Like I kept it going and I will get 12%
Right. Right.
because I wasn't married to him the whole time.
Right. Gotcha.
So it feels like I do all the work, I don't get all the credit.
Don't get all the credit.
And so that's where the visibility piece is
Mm.
coming in because the money is the money, but um it's the recognition because the money is the easiest way to keep score.
Mm. So the recognition piece, did you, believe you were unrecognized or did you feel that way? Yeah.
I felt used.
Used.
I mean, actually in the divorce situation, I felt literally used up.
Yeah.
Like that's why I left because I thought if I stay, I'm gonna get a bad disease.
Yeah. Good. Not good. I'm saying whenever
Yeah.
I say good, it's more it's not everyone who's very in touch with their not like
Yeah.
that, Um, and then when you were laid off, tell me a
Mhm.
little bit about the feelings after that.
It was there was fear and um not just fear about the future, but like second guessing because what happened was um my boss uh had a job posted before the acquisition. So like he was looking for somebody like me just to hire.
Mhm.
And then that was all assuming that that the general counsel he had replaced was actually going to retire. And the guy would not give, he had this cushy consulting gig where he was friends with a board member and he was supposed to leave. So he was supposed to give me his work and then go. Well,
Mhm.
then he wanted to check my work. Like he would send me something and he would be like, and then send it to me when you're done. And I was like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
And I think he got me fired because I didn't want him to check my homework. Because
Right.
I'd been a lawyer for 20 years. I'm like, I don't need you to do this,
No, for
you
sure.
know? But he was, I'm gonna blame it on his old white dudeness,
Yeah.
you know? And also lack of, well, it doesn't matter. He had his own reasons. But the punchline was there was a political tug of war, and I was the one who lost. And it wasn't even between me, it was between him and my boss.
Yeah. So like completely out of your control.
Yeah. I didn't even know it was happening until it happened.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew what was his name, the guy who was supposed to retire. I knew was kind of being a jerk to me,
Hmm.
but I figured he was on the way out. Like I think I misread the situation and the seriousness of my situation.
Hmm.
And then instead of calling my old boss and saying, "Hey, have you filled my job yet?" I was like too embarrassed and I was like, well, I've got this plan to build this consulting coaching business. I've got severance, I'll just do that. And then it just felt like I was always right about to make it, right about to make it, right about to make it. And, you know,
Yeah. So,
got some bad advice, got bad marketing advice,
sure,
stuff like that.
sure. Okay, so finish this sentence. If I were to reach the $1 million, I would
Be free.
be free. Okay. So there's that part of you that understands that you would be free. What else? What else is that higher resource part aware of as far as money goes?
Like, I think I'd be really good at being rich.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, and the funny thing is, this is going to sound a little weird, but like the $1 million isn't that much money.
sure.
You
It's
know,
not
like
in today's
like
standard. Yeah,
it was more money, 30 years ago,
yeah.
but it's a symbolic number of moving into a moving into becoming a millionaire. You see what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And I think that's why, and I think that I'm assuming that nobody else in my family will do that. And so it's just one more way I become like the weird outcast, you know. Oh, this was a good one. One time my niece was little, and I always say stuff that offends my mother and freaks her out. My niece was little, like 3 or 4, and she was going through that toddler phase where she had like the weird stranger danger. So we were all sitting outside and she was running around giving everybody hugs. And then she came over to me and she kind of stopped like she was deciding. And I don't make little kids hug me. Like that's not appropriate. They have
Right.
bodily autonomy and all that, right? But I kind of put my hand out and she gave me a high five and ran off. And I made the joke, you should be nice to me because this is before I had kids. And, I was like, you should be nice to me. I'm going to be the rich auntie that.
Yeah, exactly.
And my mother got so angry at me, like just unreasonably angry because I said that in front of my sister. I don't even remember who it was, but it was either my sister or my brother.
Hmm.
Oh, my sister works for she's a 22, 25-year public librarian. She's fine,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
Um, and my brother just did dumb stuff with his money.
yeah, sure.
But that whole idea of, like, well, maybe it's okay to be rich, but you can't tell people, can't act like it.
Can't act
Well,
like
what
it.
would be once again, I have to dumb myself down.
Okay.
It's okay to be smart, but you can't act like you're smart.
Yeah.
It's okay to be pretty, but you can't act like you're pretty, you know, and
Okay.
just don't even try to be like thin. Like, forget that.
Yeah. Gotcha. What kind of stuff did your mom say to you after that?
Oh, I mean, it was more of a silent treatment situation.
Okay. So you knew
Yeah.
you knew what was
Yeah.
yeah, because she's been
Yeah.
like that your whole life.
Yeah. And it's a weird seesaw because she says that to me on the one hand, and then the other the other one that's kind of funny is when I was home on maternity leave, and we'd already decided that dad was going to stay home with her because he was a graphic designer and he was like not so much into working hard.
Mm-hmm.
So mostly he did his Navy thing as like a part-time job.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so we'd already decided he was going to stay home, and then my mom came to visit. And she had just put Charlotte down for a nap and the whole thing. And she comes and she like cornered me in the bathroom
Mm-hmm.
and she goes, how can you leave that sweet baby and go back to work?
Mm.
And I was pissed off enough about all the guilt trips and the whatever. I said, Mom, last year my bonus was more than annual salary.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she goes, oh, well, are you sure you can take the whole 12 weeks off?
Yeah.
Like that's how fast it switched.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I didn't know you made a lot of money.
Interesting.
So
Yeah.
So there's like this weird like like regular people don't really become wealthy, but also the money's really important.
Like, is it a flip of once you're there, you're revered kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't want that and you shouldn't show off. But then once you're there, like, oh,
Yeah.
so
So
it'd
you,
be one of, yeah,
yeah. Okay. Now tell me a little more about that part of you that you can tell is kind of sabotaging you in this like financial situation.
yeah. I think maybe it's the part that didn't want to be a black sheep.
Hmm.
Because I've been the black sheep for weird reasons. Like I had my daughter after I got married. Um, I went and worked in corporate America and I used to go to church every Sunday, like all these things that would normally make you a good person. Like I would go to like fundraiser galas and give money and do whatever. And I was when I married somebody who had these stepsons on the autism spectrum, I treated them like my own. I spent money to get them help. I did all these things. Like the stuff that would normally make me a good person were all the things that they criticized or ignored or pretended didn't happen.
Hmm.
And so it's like, well, I mean, like part of me wants to get rich in spite of them and just tell them to fuck off. Like, okay, you think rich people are evil? Watch this,
Yeah.
but I don't want to be evil. So I'm kind of stuck on that one.
That's the thing. Yep. It
Yeah.
comes right back to that. Your brain will not let you be what you really
Yeah.
are. And
Yeah.
there's that part of you that knows you shouldn't resent rich people. There's evil everywhere, every
Yeah.
economic status, whatever. So yeah, I honestly feel like I have enough to do your parts session, but if anything
Okay.
else is coming up for you, um,
Yeah. I just remembered how strange it is for to be so proud of me for these exact same things. Like, I wish I could remember what I said to him in the text message it was something about, um, I sent him a picture of my new office and it's palatial. Let's just say that. Like
yeah,
it's beautiful. And I was sending him a picture where I'd put some of his sculptures out in the office. And I said, this thing is amazing. It's just ridiculous. I can't believe they've got me in here. And
yeah,
he sent back this all caps text message that was like, stop talking about my wife that way. She's amazing. She's the general counsel. She worked really hard. Like
yeah.
he just won't, like he just won't tolerate me not celebrating the things that I accomplished, and he tells me he's proud of me and just he's
This
proud of me for walking away from he's proud of me for taking a chance.
that's extraordinary. It's so important to have a partner like that.
Yeah.
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 And it's good that he's catching you because to me, this started out as like a financial part, but it all kind of comes back to this is just your inner critic that's holding you back.
Yeah.
Does that sound accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's
But
like,
there's like a scary mommy part that's like
yeah,
if you do if you become financially independent, then you'll leave me and I'll be abandoned and you'll be a bad daughter again.
mm-hmm.
I'm a bad daughter for lots of reasons. I'm still listening. I just have to plug this in real
No,
quick.
you're fine. Yeah, so we can talk more to that part in our session and like, but I feel like it all connects to what we were going to come to anyways of like
Okay.
it's holding you back from a lot of things, from feeling smart, feeling pretty, feeling ready to accept everything you've earned and are working
Yeah.
towards, and we'll just get that part of you really on your team, like a, you know, you need to be talking to yourself like that in your head. And that's um, what a lot of parts of your brain, and when I say parts, let me give you my little spiel or whatever. Um, parts are not multiple personalities, they're simply normal aspects of your mind that get into conflict. And every part has a job. And it's almost always your subconscious trying to protect you from something. You know,
Don't die.
I know, or like don't leave me, don't get too big because then you'll freak out other people. It
Yeah.
protects you from rejection or this and that. And I'll ask your part what its job is and why. And
Okay.
we'll get to that why of it all. But it's important that you know, and your subconscious is who I'm talking to more right now. Like every part is inherently good, there's no part of you that's bad. They're doing a job, and it's doing the job to the best of its abilities that it learned from your childhood, from your parents. That inner critic is really your parents' voice coming through a lot. And doesn't that make sense, hearing the stories of the things your mom has said, and
Yeah.
how they're
Yeah.
replaying? So, knowing that no part is judged, they'll come in our session and freely talk to us, and no part wants to cease to exist. So, we'll never send it away,
Okay.
only work to transform it. And, it might feel a little silly, or it might feel like you're acting because you'll be in hypnosis. We're going to bring in your parts and you're going to talk back and forth with them. But it might feel silly. Just trust the process. We're giving your subconscious a microphone, and it's amazing what comes out during these sessions.
Okay.
Go with your first impressions. You know, what else? We're going to give them a name. You can give them any name besides E, because that might confuse me a little bit. And they might come forward as something you can see, something you can feel, a person, an object, a color or shape or sensation, or even just a knowing. So
Okay.
we'll get in, talk to them, give them a new job because this one is no longer serving you, and that's the plan.
That's a good plan.
Sounds good? Excellent. And do you want to do, so we're going to bring in that part of you and like a higher resource part. Is there any arena you'd like to have this conversation in where you feel relaxed and you want to do this hard work?
Um, like a cozy library with the fire and the big chairs and
Good. Big chairs and a fire. Describe that a little more to me.
oh, like one of those old PBS specials where there's like big shelves of books on the walls and the lights are low and the fire's crackling and everybody's wearing like tweed jackets and sweaters and cozy boots and you know um uh autumn in the Berkshires.
Yeah. Good. Perfect. 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 Okay, great. Let me pull up my notes. And did you turn off that audio setting in Zoom?
Um,
So if you go to that little arrow on audio
yeah.
and scroll down to audio profile, there's Zoom background noise removal, and it's usually on high. We want it on low.
Okay, mine is on auto, so I'll put that on low.
And can you hear this?
Yes. Yeah.
Zoom is a great software, but it's not good for hypnosis. And it would help me to see you for this one too, just so
Okay.
you know.
Can I sit up or do I?
Get comfortable however you want,
Okay.
as long as I can see like your mouth and your arm, because it can
Okay.
be a little hard to hear sometimes. So as long as I can see you talking. And is your phone on Do Not Disturb?
let's look. Uh, all right, I put it on airplane mode.
Perfect. And you're comfortable. You want your glasses off?
Yeah.
Okay. Temperature's good, lighting's good. Are you ready to go into hypnosis?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. All right. We're going to set the intention of this part session. You will work with your inner mind to get you ready to achieve your goals. We'll give it a new job to help you work towards your highest good. And to start, I want you to allow your eyes to open and place all your attention on one spot on the ceiling. Fixate all of your gaze on that one point as if nothing else matters. Good. Now take a big breath in, fill your lungs. And as you exhale, think in your mind, relax. Good. We'll do two more. Take another big breath in, keep staring at that spot. And as you exhale, think in your mind, relax. Good. One more time now, big breath in, fill your lungs. And as you exhale, think in your mind, relax. Good. Now you can breathe normally. I'm going to count backwards from 5 down to 1. And when I get to the number 1, your eyes will close down and you will completely let go, beginning the process of entering into hypnosis. Number 5, eyelids getting heavy, droopy, drowsy, and sleepy. Number 4, keep staring at that spot as if nothing else matters. Number 3, staying right here now in the present moment. No one needs anything from you, no place to be. Number 2, take a big breath in and fill your lungs. Good. Now on number 1, let your breath go, let your eyes close down and just let go completely. Good. In a moment, I'm going to have you come part way back up from this relaxed state, and then we'll guide you back down again. And when we do, you'll find yourself going much deeper than before. This will help deepen your relaxation naturally. I'll count to 3, and on 3, you'll let your eyes open briefly, and then you'll close them down and drift down twice as deep as you were before. On 1, 2, 3, eyes open. Good. Now close them down and go twice as deep as you were before. More relaxed, deeper. Good. We'll do that again in a moment. Your eyes will open briefly once more. And when they close, you'll go even deeper still. 1, 2, 3, eyes open. Good, close them back down and go 3 times deeper. Good, deeper, more relaxed. And with your eyes closed, I want you to gently roll your eyes up to the center of your forehead. And imagine in that dark spot in the center of your forehead, there's a huge full moon. Imagine gazing up into that space in your forehead and continue to stare at that large full moon. Now take a big breath in, fill your lungs. And as you exhale, repeat in your mind, relax. Good. And take another big breath in, focus on that moon. And as you exhale, think in your mind, relax. Good. One more time now, take another big breath in, fill your lungs completely. And as you exhale, think to yourself, relax. Good. Now you can breathe normally. I'm going to count backwards from 5 to 1. And when I get to the number 1, your inner gaze will relax and you will completely let go. Number 5, focus all of your attention on that bright full moon. Number 4, keep staring at the moon as if nothing else matters. Number 3, staying right here now in the present moment. Keep gently rolling your eyes up and gazing at that moon. Now on number 2, take a big breath in, fill your lungs. And on number 1, let your inner gaze relax, let your breath go. Let your eyelids be comfortably closed and just let go. Completely. Good. I want you to bring your attention to your eyelids. And as you do, you can feel them becoming very heavy. Imagine as if your eyelids are so heavy that they just will not work. Imagine as if those eyelids are so heavy, it's as if they're sealed down, tightly closed. Imagine your eyelids are so heavy, they simply will not work. And I'd like you to pretend, just pretend, as if you try to open your eyelids and find that they just do not work. Good. When you find that they're so heavy, they just do not work, then stop trying and go deeper within. Good. In a moment, I'll snap my fingers, and when I do, you'll lift your right arm. When I snap my fingers, you'll lift your right arm and make a fist with your hand, and your arm will become stiff and rigid, solid, just like a steel bar. Okay, lift your right arm and make a fist. Now imagine your right arm is solid like a steel bar. Your arm is now stiff, solid, and rigid like a steel bar. Any effort to bend your arm makes it lock down even tighter. Any effort to bend your arm makes it lock down tight. You can try to bend your arm, but find it locking down stiff and rigid. Try to bend your arm, but find it locks down tight. When you're convinced that it's just not going to bend, then nod your head yes. Good. I'll count from 3 to 1, and on 1, your arm will drop down and you'll go 3 times deeper than you are now. 3, 2, 1, and sleep now. Good. 3 times deeper, deeper, and more relaxed. I want you to imagine that there's a silver ball rolling around your mind, around your head, relaxing each part it touches. It rolls down your face, around the back of your head and down, over your mouth, relaxing each muscle. It rolls around the back of your neck now, coming down your throat, relaxing your throat and down, goes around and around. Watch the silver ball as it rolls down your left shoulder, around your shoulder blade, relaxing each part it touches. It rolls around your shoulder, down your bicep, and around your left arm, rolling around your elbow, down your forearm, and around, moving down, relaxing each part of your arm. It circles your left wrist, goes around and down into your hand, around your hand, coming back up now around your wrist, relaxing each part of your forearm. It rolls up around your elbow, around your bicep, coming around, back up your shoulder. Watch the silver ball roll over your collarbone, to your right shoulder, down your right shoulder blade, relaxing each part it touches. Rolls around your shoulder now, going down your right bicep and down to your elbow. Rolls around, relaxing your arm, down your forearm, around your wrist. Imagine it rolling around your hand, relaxing each muscle and tendon. It comes back up your wrist, going around your forearm, around your elbow, back up towards your bicep, around your shoulder, and it comes over your chest, relaxing your heart, your lungs, rolls around to your back, relaxing each muscle in your lower back. And it comes back around over your stomach, down towards your left hip. It goes around the top of your hip, down your left thigh and around the back of your leg, relaxing each muscle. It rolls towards your left knee, around the back of your knee, and down your calf, around your calf. It rolls down, relaxing your ankle. Feel it roll over your left foot, relaxing the arch of your foot, your heel. Each muscle, it rolls around the top of your foot and back up over your ankle and around, coming back up your calf, around your knee. Watch the silver ball roll around your thigh, coming back up to roll over to your right hip and around your right hip, going down your thigh and around, relaxing each muscle in your right leg. It rolls over your knee, the back of your knee, down your calf and around and down around your ankle, rolls around your ankle and down to your foot, relaxing the arch of your foot, your heel, and the top of your foot. And now that you're in this relaxed state, I want you to imagine yourself in autumn in the Berkshires. You're in a library, cozy library, big chairs, surrounded by shelves of books. You hear the fire crackling, the lights are low, and you sit in the chair, ready to do this important work. And as you sit there, before we bring in your parts, I want to remind you that parts are not multiple personalities. They're simply normal aspects of your mind that can get in conflict. Every part is inherently good, and there's no part of you that is bad in any way. Every part has a job, and it's doing its job to the best of its abilities. And knowing that the parts are not judged, they will come in freely and easily to talk with us today. No part wants to cease to exist, and therefore we will never send it away, as we can only transform it. As we bring in these parts, trust your first impressions. Each part may come forward as something you can see or something you can feel, a person or an object, or simply a color, shape, or sensation in your body, or a knowing. Now, in a moment, I'm going to be welcoming in these parts of you. I want to begin with the part of you that believes rich people are evil and naughty. The part of you that believes when you're good, you get screwed. The part of you that feels like you do all the work and don't get the credit. Part of you that feels used. Part of you that feels like even though you're smart, you can't act like you're smart. Or even though you're pretty, you can't act like you're pretty. Part of you that doesn't want to be a black sheep. And when that part's here, please let it say, I'm here. In a moment, I'm going to snap my fingers, and when I do, you'll wake up just enough to be in hypnosis, ready to talk to me. I want to welcome in the part of you that feels like rich people are evil and naughty. The part of you that feels like she does all the work and doesn't get any of the credit. And when that part of you is here, please let it say, I'm here.
I'm here.
Thank you for being here. What's a good name for you besides Anne?
You can call me stepsister, like in Cinderella.
Good. Thank you for being here. And what is your job? What do you do for Anne?
I keep trying to tell her who's a crook and who's full of baloney, because she trusts people. and she sees the good in everybody.
And how do you do that?
Well, sometimes I just point out the ways that somebody is like somebody in the past who was bad.
Yeah. And why do you do that?
So they don't get away with it again.
Are you trying to protect it?
Yeah,
Good.
she's smart. If she knows they're there, if she knows how to spot them, then she'll be okay.
Good. Thank you for being here. I'm going to have you take a seat in one of the comfortable chairs. And I want to welcome in higher resource who knows that being rich is okay, that you have these big goals, and that you know how to succeed. When you're here, please say, I'm here.
I'm here.
Hi. And what's a good name for you?
You can call me Big Sis.
Big Sis. Good. Welcome. What do you think about what stepsister had to say about their job?
I mean, it makes sense in some ways, but the thing is, that's the relationships are how it all happens, you know. You can spot the people that are trouble, but you you can't you don't want to keep everybody out.
Stepsister, what do you have to say back to that?
Well, the trouble is you can't you can't always spot them right away, you know. Like if I'm not sure, then I mark them, you know, better safe than sorry.
How else do you do your job?
Well, I'm in charge of stranger danger.
Okay. Are you also in charge of, um, you know, thinking that rich people are evil and naughty?
I'm in charge of everybody's that way.
Okay. You feel like everybody's that way?
Yeah, uh, because I'm in charge of the stranger danger and um keeping mom alive.
Yeah. Big sister, what do you have to say to that?
It's too much. We just need to dial it down. Like if you keep everybody out, you keep out the people you can help, not just the people that are trying to hurt you. And I know that pretending there aren't people like that, like that's not going to work, you know? Like it would be silly to just assume good intent from everybody, but it's as silly as assuming bad intent from everybody. But if we could just maybe get the right size filter on this thing, then there are people that really, really want to help.
Stepsister, what do you say back to that?
Well, she's bigger than she used to be. So if I've been overprotective, it was only because, you know, the stakes were so high. Maybe the stakes aren't as high as they used to be. I mean, it's survival, but I'd be willing to partner up on this thing and only keep out the really, really bad and dangerous stuff, not just everybody.
Big sis, what do you say back to that?
Well, we've tried that before, so she's got to really commit this time and give me space to do my part of it. Her part is to identify the bad ones. My part is to find the good ones and the opportunities and the places where what we want is, her job is to find the traps. My job is to find the treasure.
Big sis, do you feel like you're capable of spotting the big traps?
Well, sure. I mean, that's the whole trick, right? It's just like it's why Dungeons and Dragons is so fun, is that knowing the difference between a treasure chest and a monster is just knowing what you're looking at. And sure, you're gonna make a mistake the first time, but then once you know, you never not know. But
Stepsister, Big sis feels like she's capable of seeing the big traps. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, I could use some help because it's too much really for just me. I think that's why I just say everything is bad and dangerous because it's too hard for one part to identify to do it alone. It's just like spotting all the danger is a lot of work.
That's true. And Big sis, when you spot a big trap, what do you do?
I just don't go there.
Yeah. So you can trust yourself to handle these big traps as they come, can't you?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I learned from, the other one was what they looked like. I mean, she took the hit for the team. She went and found it's like we saw the movie one time, The Princess Bride, where the character says, um, "You were clever enough to find out what that looked like." It was the fire swamp, and that's what the stepsister did. She went and found what it all looked like. So, like, she doesn't have to work so hard anymore. She's just constantly working, 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 and really, we know now. We know, and they can't trick us anymore. I mean, is it possible that somebody would sneak in who was, a bad guy or greedy or, but this happened the other day. Somebody snuck in that was greedy and bossy and demanding, and I just stepped right up and I was like, that's not how we do business here. And I'd already sent the refund request before she got done bitching about what. I mean, part of me wishes I could have seen her face when she got that email.
Yeah.
But the other part of me was like, that's not what I'm about. That's not what any of us are about. We decline to participate. That's what we do.
Big sis, are you grateful for all the work stepsister did to help you know what a big trap looks like?
Oh, yeah. I mean, she built the checklist.
Yeah. Stepsister, how does it feel to hear that?
Well, I mean, a little recognition, like I did. I can spot them coming now.
Yeah.
And okay, that last one, she snuck through, but as soon as I spotted it, I was like, this one's got to go.
Hmm.
And she did. So that was pretty good.
So, knowing that Big Sis is equipped now to handle your job and to handle a big trap that might slip through, do you feel like you want a new job?
I think I could be good at a lot of things.
Yeah. Big Sis needs someone to build her up the same way he does.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you can do that?
Yeah.
Big Sis, what do you think about that for a new job for stepsister?
I think that's such a good idea that I'd like to give her a different name because the stepsister part was always being on the outcast and you know staying outside the group,
Absolutely.
but I think she's in the family now.
Let's give her a new name. Stepsister, what would you like your new name to be?
um I think I could be Cinderella
Yeah,
because I get to go to the party too.
I love that. That's a great new name. So, Cinderella, there are some beliefs that I want you to talk through with Big Sis for a little bit. Like, there's a belief that it's weird to be an outcast. Big
Mm.
Sis, can you talk to your stepsister or Cinderella now and tell her why that's not true?
Well, it's like confusion is the first stage of enlightenment. I think outcast is the first stage of visionary. It wasn't really being outcast, it was being the observer and understanding what it was that we're here to do. I mean, we are dismantling a piece of an industry and rebuilding it. That's not outcast exactly. That's, I don't want to use a tech bro word, but that's, and because it's not really disrupting. Disruption isn't the point. Recreation is the point. So it's not really outcast energy, it's stage one of creator energy.
Cinderella, what do you
Mm.
say back to that?
I say, duh.
Good.
Identifying the troublemakers was the first stage towards having people like around.
Yeah.
And it is still strange when people tell me that they love me so much, they think I'm amazing, they like what I'm doing. It still feels strange, but I think I'd be willing to not fight it and oh, like let them have the space to have the experience of offering the gratitude.
Mhm.
Because I don't think it's my job or Big Sis' job to be responsible for that.
Right. People are only
But
responsible for their own feelings, and if they're offering you gratitude, it's your place to accept it. When you say you're willing to not fight it, that implies the possibility that you will. How can we get you to the place where you're willing to not fight it?
if we have the ground rules, because that's a way that people trick you,
Mm.
is they'll they'll try and ingratiate themselves and oh, you're so amazing and I just want to, they and we know the difference now between people that do that like like sycophant style, there's there's so many movies that have that character,
Mm-hmm.
the snivelly, like Wormtail in Harry Potter, that
Mm-hmm.
character. So many places, like we have so many examples. That's another one we spot a mile away. And I think maybe I overreacted to some of the gratitude and enthusiasm because, I mean, sometimes I mean it in a good way. I really mean for people not to uh, debase themselves, for them to be empowered and not, they don't have to make themselves little or worse to appreciate what I've done or to receive it. And I think I'm sensitive to that because I used to do that a lot. And it was a way to stay small and safe and out of the way. So when I see the possibility that somebody's doing that, I want to not participate so that I'm not part of them hurting themselves. But actually, I could do something different.
Yeah, you said you have the tools to spot any manipulation.
Yeah,
So if it's not manipulation, we just need to accept people's emotions for what they are.
yeah,
Just like you should accept yourself for the emotions you have. Gratitude is not a small emotion.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Big sis, what do you say to Cinderella about you want to accept people's gratitude and emotions like that?
Mm. Yeah, I like hearing that she's on board because receiving with grace is our next big spiritual task. Like it's a big one. Um, it takes a lot of spiritual strength to receive and enjoy and celebrate without being attached. It's um it's our next frontier to to keep doing that in a way that becomes effortless, not just for ourselves, but because we've been tasked with modeling that in the world so that wealth and success and expertise is um, is graceful and grateful and healthy in a humble in a healthy way, not in a aw shucks kind of way. So we have a little piece of healing that has been um, requested to be someone who models
Cinderella, what do
gracefulness.
you say back to that?
Yeah, yeah. And I'm willing to use the decline to participate. Like maybe that's the signal instead of like I'd be willing to adjust the signal instead of fear or anger or jealousy. I'm willing to adjust the signal to disinterest or um, even just thinking of the word decline, you
That's
know?
that's interesting because we did give you a new job as not the signaler because we decided Big Sis can see the signals.
Yeah, yeah. But this is the other job that I had,
Hmm.
which was spot the fakers. And so and keep from getting a big head.
Yeah.
That was the other part of the job.
Are you willing to let that job go?
What will I do?
Let's talk to Big Sis for a second. I think Cinderella needs to hear what happens when she keeps you from getting a big head.
Well, it's not arrogance if you can back it up. So what happens is we don't back it up. We don't take action. We don't speak up. We don't do what we're here to do because everything gets shut down.
Cinderella, when you hear how like, everything gets shut down with that job, what is that? What do you say back to that?
Well, I'm not here to shut it down. I'm just here to keep everybody safe.
Hmm.
But I don't know what happens if I stop doing all the things I've been doing.
Well, what happens is Big Sis is in charge of protecting herself now
Mm.
in a big way. That was kind of the role we decided we trusted her with. And with you, we need someone to build her up. So, in case something does happen, in case something does slip by, you know, we don't need shut down, we need built up. What do you think about that?
Huh. So I could be the voice of saying, they're saying that because it's true.
Yeah,
I could be the one who finds the truth.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll do that. I'll do
good,
that.
good. Big Sis, what do you think about that?
I think it's awesome that Cinderella's gonna tell us that the shoe fits, you know?
That's great, yeah. There was also the belief that when you're good, you get screwed. Tell Cinderella why that's not true.
Oh, yeah. Well, first off, We didn't really get screwed, did we? We got something every time. And I think what we got was better than money. Now it's okay if we get money because we have all the other things that we want. So the money is just, the last piece. But also, the money is the tool that we get to do the things that we've really been wanting to do. And it's pretty exciting.
Cinderella, what do you say back to that?
I know we've literally done the math, you know. I think I was just worried that we wouldn't take care of, wouldn't find anybody to love again, or that it wouldn't, wouldn't be okay.
Well, now that you see that you're okay, are you willing to let that belief go?
I think I still want something bad to happen to dad, but then I think, well, why? What would the point of that be?
Right. Big sis, what do you say back to that?
I think you forgot how sad you were knowing that all he had to do was be nice, and how lucky you felt that he wasn't, because you're so loyal. You would have stayed, you would have hung in there, you would have you would have already be dead, you know.
Yeah.
But you didn't. You wanted to live, you had things to do, you wanted to follow the plan and see the possibilities and figure out how big you could be. Not like in the literal sense, but in the expansion of what's possible sense. And part of that was knowing that the money that's tied to fear is never gonna grow, never gonna change your life. It's got the wrong energy. But the money that's tied to being the person that you're called to be is the money that brings the energy of the life you want. So she just forgot that part, and she really has forgotten how hard it was to watch take the money and do dumb things with it. Things that weren't gonna, all he had to do was sit on his hands and he was gonna be okay for the rest of his life. And he just couldn't help himself. He just has to try and he just has to be smarter than everybody, you know?
Cinderella, what do you say back to that?
He's somebody else's problem now.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we're willing to let that go.
I'm willing to let all of it go except the part where we remember that we were fair.
That's, yeah, keep all the good. Keep all the,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We were fair to dad. We divorced him the way we wanted to become the person we wanted to be.
Yeah.
So what I bought with that money was freedom, integrity, a new start, respect from my daughter,
Yeah.
and a safe place for her to be when she was with her dad, until she was 18. That's that's what I got for my money. He didn't take it, he didn't steal it, I didn't give it away. I bought something really important.
There you go. I love that shift. I really love that shift. There was also the belief that rich people are evil and naughty. Big sis, can you tell Cinderella why that's not true?
Yeah, it's it's the reason that we make fun of the bro coaches. It's because if somebody wants to go get a McLaren or a Lamborghini or whatever, or eat a $10,000 hamburger with gold flakes on it, like, whatever, like, it's their money, they can do whatever they want with it, but it's also our money, and we get to do whatever we want with it. And if what we want to do is figure out how to, fund a scholarship at UTA, or donate to the Airmen's Relief Fund and go back to the when we receive the wealth, we get to go back to the places just like we've done with everything else. We find the places and the people that we wish we would have found when we were there. And it's, you know, we get to make it easier for somebody else. And we get to show gratitude for the resources that fell into our laps when we really, really needed them.
Yeah. Cinderella, what do you say back to that?
Yeah, that might be part of my new job is remembering. I don't like overcomer energy. I don't like survivor energy, but the but keeping an honest memory of how it started, I think is important. And I'm the one who remembers, but I'm willing to remember without the actually, it would be easier to remember without all the anger and the pain and the regret.
Yeah.
If we could just remember because we want to know that it went down the way we remember, like we know what we know and we remember what it's like, and we can make it better for somebody else because we do that in every other area, you know. At work, I find the people that they need a sponsor, they need a mentor, and I don't do formal mentoring. I'm really good at spotting somebody that's having the issue and giving them a choice. And they don't all say yes. And if they don't say yes, you let them go.
Yeah.
But the ones that are willing to learn, they just need an opportunity for somebody to tell them, They they just they just need a big sister.
Mm-hmm.
That's I point them to her.
I like that. Big sis, how does that sound to you as part of Cinderella's new job?
That sounds a lot easier than the way we've been doing it, which is um, which is going to be more fun.
Yeah. Cinderella, with that as part of your new job, can you let go of the belief that rich people are evil and naughty?
Yeah, yeah. I think it's okay to not judge people for, what looks to me like, sometimes it looks to me like a wasted opportunity or boredom or, you know, they just never figured out what was important. And also, I mean, there's a point at which you have so much money, you have to either spend it on something or give it away. You can't just stick it in a bank and
Mm-hmm.
wait to hand it off to somebody else. It's energy, it needs to keep moving.
Yeah.
And so once you get to a certain point, then what are you going to do? Go have an amazing experience, but I think my value on it is I want to do that in a way that feels good to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, that might mean sailing around on a boat that's paid off instead of flying to New York for Broadway show tickets and, fancy dinners like that. I don't think I'd do that regardless of how much money I had, And so I, when the wealth comes in, I don't have to do certain things. Like like we can skip the nouveau riche part and just go straight to the old money part where we, you know, we invest, we enjoy quality things, we enjoy being free, we enjoy time. We get to have medical care that, you can't get unless you can write a big check. We get to go to places where we can say what we want and do what we want and be respectful of other people and be part of a community because none of that requires, a supercar
Right.
or a certain weight or, a particular handbag or whatever. Like, if I want to do those things, I can do them if I want to, but I've kind of already done it. And it's fun, but it's not everything.
Here's an important one, Cinderella, for you. What do you think about the belief it's okay to be smart, but you can't act like you're smart?
I think there used to be a lot of people around me that were worried about me being judged,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't need them to do that anymore.
Good. Big sis, can you tell Cinderella why it's okay to be smart and it's okay to act like you're smart?
Well, first of all, everybody figures it out eventually, so you're not fooling anybody. But I think that was just the judgy version of a way that we like to be anyway, which is we like to be relatable, we like to be accessible. We have a gift of being able to take in big chunks of complex information and relay it to in a way that is accessible. It's a teaching gift and an interpretation gift, taking these big buckets and big concepts and being able to know the important thing to share out of all of it and actually one way Big Sis could really help is to help recognize those times when it's too much information. Like sometimes when I'm doing a live or I'm creating something, I want to help so much and I want to share everything. And you can't share everything.
Yeah.
And it's not that we don't act like we're smart, it's that we're discerning in being being relatable and approachable and communicating effectively, which sometimes means you don't have to tell everything all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of your lives and I think you come across very well. I don't think you need any help there. Big sis or Cinderella now has a big job of building you up.
Yeah.
Now, what do you want to say to Cinderella that it's okay to be pretty, to feel pretty?
It's funny how it's a tool like the money, you know? Like, it's just a social construct.
Hmm.
Like, it's another kind of currency. To be to be considered beautiful is social currency. And it's good to have that to invest in helping people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cinderella, what do you say back to that?
It takes the pressure off
Mm.
of both directions, you know, like that means it's okay to dress up and wear nice clothes and get a blowout, get a pedicure. It's okay to do those things because it's not being self-indulgent. It's just what's the it's just it's just uh taking good care of what I have that
Mm.
might be useful, you know.
Yeah.
And it can be fun. It can be fun to be pretty.
Good. Maybe as part of your new job, you can make sure Big Sis always stays on top of feeling pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. How does that sound to you, Big Sis?
Yeah. And also I'd like a reminder when I'm using um unfair standards or markers or tempted to try and be something that I'm not, that it's just okay to be like we are.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like everything else. There's other things where I'm like, hey, I offer this and like the mentoring stuff, I offer the opportunity. Oh, I offer this uh this version of myself, this prettiness, and some people will appreciate and participate, and some people will ignore it, and some people, I mean, the judgy ones were not participating with them, so they'll just keep on moving,
That's
you know?
Cinderella, can you help with that reminder for Big Sis?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember there was an ad a couple of years ago that had a stock photo of a brunette making a funny face, and people were mean about the photo in the comments. And I think that it was strangely hurtful. And so I think that that was a thing that I was afraid of, that
Hmm.
might happen, but what if it was a picture of us, right? It wasn't a picture of some model in a stock photo. Would we be able to handle it? And the answer is yeah. Nobody, we don't have to pretend to enjoy it, but we could be neutral on it, and we could say, oh, that's just not something we're going to participate in. Um, it's happened with the lawyer piece of it. People will sometimes comment that lawyers are crooks, or they'll tell their story about the terrible experience they had with their divorce lawyer or whatever, and I just don't take it in because I'm not that kind of lawyer, you know? And I think the same thing would work with pretty, not pretty, neutral, whatever, is that, you know, I'm not that kind of person. So if somebody thinks they see something that they, you know, I don't know, it's not anything to do with me. I can just hide that comment or block them and move on.
Good.
So it's okay.
Good.
I'm not inviting it, but I'm not afraid of it.
Good. And there was also the belief that it's not, you know, it's not okay to act like you're athletic. Where does that come from?
Oh, yeah, that's a weird one. I mean, on the one hand, I didn't grow up that way,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I just didn't have any help, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because the times when I played sports and there was like support, I had fun. I was never going to be the best one, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but I enjoyed it and I had fun. And then it seems to be really cyclical, kind of like the money that I'll find something I like doing, I'll build some muscle, and then something will happen, and I'll just stop altogether. And coming out of one of those modes, um,
So you don't think, I just want to be sure, you don't think it's your job to stop Big Sis from being athletic, right?
no, but I think maybe I might have kind of given her the impression that it was a punishment, that exercise was a punishment for being fat.
Okay. And are we willing to let that go because we know that does not serve her?
Yeah, I mean, it's never a punishment. Unless you make it, you know.
Okay. Big Sis, what do you say back to that?
I say I love weight training so much. If we could get back to doing that without the drama, that would be so fun for me. Like, it would just be really fun to be stronger again. And I
Cinderella,
don't,
are you willing to make it fun again?
yeah, I mean, I'm even willing to just get out of the way
Yeah.
and help spot the schedule times, like the little holes in the schedule. Like it doesn't have to be a big production of an hour and a half workout and a special outfit and blah blah blah. I'm willing to help spot the little pockets of time where doing some push-ups would help her think more clearly, you
Yeah.
know.
And your job now, remember, we're going from spotter of threats or spotter of time to cheerleader. So
Oh,
when you see those pockets of time, let's cheer her on. Let's
oh,
show
I'm gonna be really good
encouragement.
at that.
Yeah. There you go. That's a good job.
Yeah.
Awesome. So now, Big Sis, how do you feel about Cinderella's new job?
I like it because instead of like we could pull in the same direction,
Mm-hmm.
instead of tug of war. That would be really great. That would be so much extra energy.
Mm-hmm. And Cinderella, can you just reiterate your job and the parts you're excited about?
Oh, my job is to find the spots in the schedule to do all the fun things. The weight training, the stretching, the meal planning, the going live, doing all like just to spot all the things and to be excited and encouraging to Big Sis to be able to do that because I know she really, really wants to. And I wasn't meaning to be in the way. I really just was trying to help. But I see it. This is a much better way to help. And it's funny to think that helping this way actually keeps us safer and more successful and happier. And I mean, this is a better way. The other way it wasn't really working. I see that. So
Good.
this is
And
going to be better.
it's okay to forgive yourself for that, you know.
Yeah.
let it go and move forward. Um, why don't you practice, in a bigger way, your job as Big Sis's cheerleader? What can you say to her to raise her self-esteem?
You are so good on video. It is amazing when you stop and take a breath and turn on that part of you that is the presenter and the teacher. People love it, and you do not need to understand why people love it. You don't need to second guess or try it or try and do it. You just show up and do it, and people love it, and don't even try and understand. It's just your natural state. Just do that. And then let them love you back. Let them love you back by signing up and clicking the button and buying the $7 thing and buying the $99 thing. Just let them love you.
You did a really good job. Big Sis, how does it feel to hear that?
I think I can do it.
Good. Think implies the possibility of failure.
I really want it.
I know you can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
And it's not, it's the same as Cinderella, right? It's that there's so much less energy in striving as opposed to just showing up.
Hmm.
And I don't mean like, oh, well, all they did was just show up. I mean like really showing up, really doing it, really being willing to be generous with everything that I know.
Good. Now that we've cleared these beliefs that when you're good, you get screwed, that rich people are evil and naughty, and that, you can't act like the way you are, can you see how the emotions associated with the beliefs are no longer relevant? Things like
Yeah,
rage or fear. Good.
yeah.
And Cinderella, how do you feel now?
I'm excited. We're gonna do this thing. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm
Good.
on it. I have a plan. I know what I'm gonna say. It'll be encouraging. It's gonna be positive. I'm gonna modulate with the energy of the day to keep things positive and moving forward.
I'm so happy to hear that. Big Sis, how do you feel now?
I feel so relaxed and relieved to not be going it alone and not, it's like taking off the emergency brake, you
Yeah.
know.
And with you two working as a team, how would it feel would you like to be blended together into one person?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's do that. However that looks to you, take Cinderella by the hand. If you want to hug, blend together. And when you get a sense of that you're one, just let me know. And if anything holds you back, let me know that as well.
Yeah, we're good.
Good. And how do you feel now?
Mm. Ready.
What would feel even better than ready?
Hmm. Excited?
Step into that feeling, feeling excited fully and completely. And when you get there, let me know. And if anything holds you back, let me know that as well.
Yeah.
Good. And what would feel even better than excited?
Certain.
Good. Step into feeling certain, fully and completely.
Yeah.
You feel it?
Yeah.
Okay, what would feel even better than certain?
Prosperous.
prosperous. Step into that feeling fully and completely. And when you get there, let me know. And if anything holds you back, let me know that as well.
Yeah.
Good. Is there anything that would feel better than feeling prosperous?
Mm. I think prosperous has so many things in it that's kind of the whole shebang.
Great. Okay. Well, now that you're feeling prosperous, you have that as a way of being. What's different in relationship to the what you came in today for?
The expectation that it is unfolding quickly and is exactly as it should.
Good, good. And can you see how feeling prosperous contains feeling certain, excited, and ready?
Yeah,
And now you had
because
this,
it already exists.
yes, that was my next line. You already had this state of being in you.
Yeah.
You're ready. And now that you're in this state of prosperous and integrated with all your parts, all working now for your highest good, your deep inner mind is open and receptive to powerful, positive suggestions and affirmations that easily and automatically become true for you now. Everything you're about to hear will become deeply embedded in your subconscious mind and conscious mind, and it will become your reality because of the powerful work you did here today. You know that you're in your creator energy. You're ready to receive with grace everything coming your way. The feeling of integrity and freedom. You're ready to make it fun again. Ready to be stronger. And everything is unfolding quickly, just as it should. All right. And in a moment, I'm going to bring you back to your full and regular waking consciousness. Before I do, is there anything you would like to say or ask or have me say to you at this time?
That everything is unfolding exactly as it should, better and faster than I imagined.
Good. Everything is unfolding exactly as it should, better and faster than you had imagined. I'll be counting from 1 to 5, to help you come out of the hypnotic state. And when I get to the number 5, you'll be back fully here now, wide awake, back to your full and regular waking consciousness. Number 1, coming back more and more now to the sound of my voice. Number 2, feeling good about yourself, the world, and everyone in it. Number 3, feeling rested and refreshed. You remember this entire session and you can return to this state anytime you wish. Number 4, coming back more and more now, beginning to breathe and move and stretch, feeling as if cool spring water just rushed over your eyes and face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake, back right here now to your full and regular waking consciousness. Good job. You did great.
Thank you.
Give you a moment to get back.
Mm.
Good job. That was a lot of hard work. That was a long time, but I wanted to make sure we cleared everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was good. Thank you.
Yep. What was that like for you?
Well, I was kind of surprised how conversational it was. Like I could feel my face different between the two.
I saw that too. It's amazing. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. And it wasn't like a character.
Mhm.
It was like the part of me that criticizes has a different scrunched up, like it felt harder.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a very real thing. Like I said, you're just giving a mic to that part of your subconscious, even
Mm.
if it feels silly. That's what they really have to say. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm good. That's good. I'm glad. I know you were here for a long time, so I'll let you go. Do you have any questions?
No, I think I'm all set. I have no idea what time it was. That seemed like it took about 30 minutes.
Did it? Oh, we've been on here 2 hours exactly. I know. That is, but like I said, there was a lot of things I wanted to make sure we cleared up. I know I only
Oh,
blocked out hour and a half for you, so I didn't want to wait
oh,
mess.
that's funny.
Yeah,
That's funny.
good.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, if you want to keep
Yeah.
listening to your programming,
Okay.
and do you want to schedule another session or maybe see how you're feeling in 2 weeks if anything comes up for you?
Yeah, let me see how I'm feeling in 2 weeks.
Yeah, because I think we did a lot of work that's
Hmm.
really gonna put you at place with a lot of the stuff you came in for. So let me know. Keep listening to your programming. I hope you have a great night. It was good to see
Thank you.
you. Good job
Thank you. You
today.
too.
Drink lots of water.
Okay.
All right. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.